Hi, good morning all. So
Good morning.
yesterday we started with the data types. So what are all the data types? Number data type,
Character,
character data type,
word,
chapter to long
word.
and date, blob, club. These are the data types. So today we're going to use this another topic, that is SQL statements. They are classified into 5 types again. So they are DDL, DML, DQL or DRL and TCL.
ACL and BCL.
Okay. So DDL means already I explained in the first class, that is data definition language. Next is DML. They are data manipulation language. And DQL or TRL. Data query language or data retrieval language. Next is TCL, transaction control language. We have TCL and DCL. DCL means data control language. Okay. So under DDL, again we are having the create, alter, rename, create, alter, rename, drop. These are the commands we are going to use in the DDL. So coming to DML, we have the insert, delete, merge. Okay. Under DQL and DRL, we have the only one class, that is select class only. So mostly we'll use this daily queries to fetch the data from the tables. We'll use the select query. Next we have the TCL. Under TCL we have the commit, save point, and rollback. Okay. Then under DCL we have the grant, revoke. Okay. These are the commands we have to remember. Under DDL, create, alter, rename, drop we have. And under DML, we have the insert, delete, merge. DQL or DRL, we have the select class. And TCL, transaction control language, that is commit, save point, rollback. DCL means data control language, that is grant and revoke. So when we will use this? So whenever we are going to create or modify any tables or rename the table or drop the table, we are going to use this DDL commands. Suppose insert the table, we are going to insert some data or delete some data, then we'll going to use the DML statement, that is insert, delete, merge. Okay. And coming to DQL and DRL, that is select class. To get the data from the table, we'll use the select class, select star from table name. So like that. So coming to TCL, that is coming, suppose if you are inserted any data into table, either you have to save into the database permanently, or you can roll back from the transaction. Then saving means that will be permanently saved into the database. So rollback means it won't save the transaction. Okay, suppose you inserted one record into the table. After that, you have to use the commit. Then only that record will be permanently saved into the table. Otherwise, so it won't save into the database. So then we will use the rollback command. Okay.
సార్ అప్డేట్ కమాండ్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది?
DML కమాండ్స్ లోనే వస్తాయి మనకి. ఇన్సర్ట్, అప్డేట్, డిలీట్, మెర్జ్.
ఓకే ఓకే, అదే ఇన్సర్ట్ డిలీట్ మెర్జ్ అని పెట్టారు, అది రాకపోతే.
Okay. Okay. Someone is telling that your voice is not audible. Gayatri. Others, any issue? My voice is audible or any issue?
Yeah, audible. Got it.
Okay. So these are the commands you have to remember. Okay. So next we have the database objects. So under database objects, we have the tables, views, synonym, sequence, UE. Spelling is sequence and index, procedures, functions, triggers, and we have the triggers are we have database triggers. And packages. Okay. So these are the database objects. In the database, మనకున్న database లో tables, views, synonyms, sequence, okay. So index, procedures, function, triggers, database triggers, packages అనేవి ఉంటాయి మనం. Okay. So tables కి you can use the DDL commands. టేబుల్ మీద మనం ఏం చేస్తాం, DDL కమాండ్స్, DML కమాండ్స్, ఈ DRL కమాండ్స్, TCL కమాండ్స్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనం టేబుల్ మీద అప్లై చేస్తాం. సో ఇవన్నీ డేటాబేస్లో ఉండే ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మనకి. సో డేటాబేస్లో ఉన్న టేబుల్స్ చూడాలంటే మనం ఏం చేయాలి, సెలెక్ట్ స్టార్ ఫ్రమ్ DBA అండర్స్కోర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఇస్ ద బేస్ టేబుల్. మనకి ఇవి సీడీ టేబుల్స్ అంటారు, అంటే బేస్ టేబుల్స్ అని చెప్పేసి అంటారు. ఇందులో మొత్తం మనం క్రియేట్ చేసే టేబుల్స్ కానీ, వ్యూస్ కానీ, సిన్నమ్స్ కానీ అన్నీ కూడా మనకి ఏవైతే డేటాబేస్లో క్రియేట్ చేస్తామో ఆ లిస్ట్ మొత్తం మనకి ఈ DB ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్లో ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్లో ఉంటుంది మనకి. ఇక్కడ చూడండి. సో ఓనరు, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ నేము, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ సబ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ నేమ్, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ టైప్, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఐడి, ఓకే. సో ఎప్పుడు క్రియేట్ చేశారు ఏంటనేది మొత్తం ఉంటుంది ఇక్కడ. సో అది ఇండెక్స్ అయితే ఇండెక్స్ అని ఉంటుంది, టేబుల్ అయితే టేబుల్ నేమ్ ఉంటుంది, ప్యాకేజెస్, సిన్నమ్స్ ఏంటనేది మొత్తం ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అనేది మనకి టేబుల్స్లో ఉంటాయి. DB అండర్స్కోర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ అనేది, ఆల్ అండర్స్కోర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ అనేది కొన్ని టేబుల్స్ ఉంటాయి, బేస్ టేబుల్స్ అవి. ఆ టేబుల్స్లో మనం క్రియేట్ చేసే టేబుల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్స్ అన్నీ కూడా ఉంటాయి. టేబుల్స్ అనే కాదు, టేబుల్స్, సిన్నమ్స్, వ్యూస్, ప్రొసీజర్స్ అన్నీ కూడా మనకి మెయిన్ టేబుల్స్లో ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అనేది ఉంటుంది, దానికి సంబంధించిన ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అంతా కూడా.
Hello sir, can you please explain in English? I'm not able to understand Telugu actually.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, thank you.
So actually these are the database objects, okay. So table, views, synonyms, sequence, index, procedures, functions, triggers, database triggers, and packages. These are all the database objects. We'll call it as a database objects. Okay. So all these objects will be stored inside the DBA objects table. Okay. This is the one of the table in the Oracle. So we have another table also, that is all underscore objects. Okay. So in this also we have the select star from all underscore objects or select star from DB underscore objects. So if we select this one, so you'll get some of the information here. So object name, what is the object name? Okay. So here a lot of information will be available in this table. So whether it is a index or whether it is a table or it is a, if we go to here, a lot of information will be available for these tables. Okay. So if you see this is the sequence. So sequence tab is the type sequence and name is snapshot ID, like this. Some information will be available. Okay.
Yes.
So some base tables will be there, that one by one, whenever that requirement is there, then I will explain about these base tables. Okay. So normally these are all the database objects actually. Table, view, synonym, sequence, index, procedures, functions, triggers, and these are all the database objects. So all these database objects will be stored inside these tables, DB underscore objects and all underscore objects tables. It will be available. Okay. So DDL means data definition language. It is used to define the database objects like table, view, synonym, sequence, procedure, function, trigger, etc. These are all auto commit commands. So whatever the DDL commands are there, these are all auto commit commands. Okay. It is used to deal with the structure of the objects. DDL commands are interact with the database directly. Okay. So DDL is the auto commit. That means whenever you are creating any table, so there is no need of giving the commit command after the creation of the table. But after creating the table, if you insert the data into the table, then you have to use the commit command. Okay. So this is the auto commit. Wherever you find these DDL commands means so create, alter, drop, rename. These are the DDL commands. Whenever you are using these commands, so there is no need of giving the commit command. These are all auto commit. Okay. Actually, under DDL we have these are create, alter. Under alter again we have the add, modify, rename, drop. Rename, drop, truncate. These are the commands comes under the DDL, data definition language. Okay. So create means we'll create using this create, we'll create the tables, synonyms, triggers, packages, everything. To create a new object, we'll use this command create. Okay. It is used to create a new database objects. While creating the table, we provide the basic information for each column together with their data type and size. Okay. Syntax means how will you use the create command means? So simple, create table, table name, and inside that brackets column name 1, column name 2, column name 3 with the data type and size. Okay. So yesterday class we have defined the data types. What are the data types? Number data type, varchar2 data type, and character data types. Out of them, any one of them will provide here. Data type means whether it is a number data type or data type or varchar2 data type along with the size. So for data type, we should not mention the size. And for the long also, we should not mention the size. Only for we will mention for the number. Number also it is optional, and varchar2 that is mandatory, and character by default it will be size will be 1. Okay, maximum 2000 for the character, and maximum varchar2 size is 4000. Like that we can mention create table, table name, column name 1, data type and its size, column name 2, data type size, comma, column name 3, data type size, like a number of columns. Maximum how many columns it will accept on table? It will accept only 1000 columns. Okay. So here table name is the name of the table. So whatever the name you will provide, that will be here we have to provide. This is the basic syntax for the creation of the table using the create command. So create table, table name, column name 1, data type size. After that, closing brackets, colon. So this column name 1, column name 2, column name 3 means that is whatever the required column names you have to provide the names accordingly your requirement. Okay, this is the default syntax. Suppose I am going to create a student data table, so then I can use the below syntax here. Create table XX student details underscore 19. Okay. So some name I am giving for this table, and I am giving the column names as a student number, data type is number data type, and maximum 10 characters, and student name varchar2 20, size is 20 here. Branch varchar2 20, mobile it is a number, so mobile number maximum should be 10 only, so that I am taking 10 here. Email varchar2 40 I am taking. Address 1, address 2, address 3, country. So everything I am taking here as a varchar2, and size I am mentioning. State, city, zip. So if you consider the zip code means in India we will use the numbers only, but whereas in other countries they will merge with the alphanumeric. Zip code means that will be alphanumeric, so that I am taking the varchar2 of 20. But when you develop for the only for the India, then for the zip code you can consider only numbers. But it should be global. When you are developing any program, you should be able to cater for the global requirement, so that we are here taking the varchar2. So in the varchar2 it will be allowed both the alphabets and numbers. So there will not be any issue for the India program also. Suppose if you are developing for the India, so you can store the numbers. If you are developing for the other countries, it will store the alphanumeric zip code. So next is joining date. So that is the data type. So if you see this table, so how many data types I am using here? Come on.
Three.
How many?
Three.
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 Three data types are used.
Yeah. Number, varchar2 and date data types. 3 we are using. Okay. So when I execute this, the table is created. Okay. Suppose now I created the table. So where can I check this? So for the data inside the table data, I can use the select star from. That is our table name xx underscore student underscore details underscore 19. This is our table name. So this is a table created, but inside there is no data at present. But I want to check the details of this table. So then how can I use this? Using describe this table name. Describe means what it will do. With what structure we are created, that information will be provided here. If you see this, name, column name, data type, same. Suppose somebody given any table name to you. So then we have to verify how many columns are there, whether it is containing the constraints or not. You can check using this command describe table name. So, but we have the some of the base tables. These are all the DBA objects already. I told you all underscore objects, and one more is user underscore objects. These tables you have to remember. Okay. So when you use this, select star from DBA underscore objects. So you'll get the information here. So here object name means this is the table name. Okay. So suppose here it is a lot of tables it is displaying. I want to scrutinize, so I want to see only app schema tables. So then you have to provide where class where owner is equals to apps I'll use. This is the owner column and this is the object name column. So here it is owner is SYS it is displaying, but I want to display only app schema one information. Then I can use this select star from DB underscore objects where owner is equals to apps. You will see here the owner only app schema information is providing here. Okay. Same way now we have created the one table here. So I want to check this table whether it is existing or not. Then I can use this one more and object underscore name like I'll give. Okay. So this is our table name. Or you can give object underscore directly. You can give object name is equals to our table name. If you give like this, so no data is coming, but we are created the table here. Okay. So table is created, but it should be available in the DB underscore object. When I verify that here, it is no information is coming. Why? Because so inside the table, whatever the data it is there, that should be case sensitive. So that here I am giving the small letters, so that it is giving the problem. I have to convert into capital letters here, or I can use the upper function is there. Okay. So suppose if I want to convert directly here, so you can use this, and now you can again execute this, then you will get the information of this table. Okay. Whenever you are giving the small letters here, then you are not getting any information because this table name is in the capital letters. When it is created with the small letter also here, so database while I'm creating here, I'm giving the name like this. So if you give the small letters also, but in the database it will be saved as the capital letters. The table name will be stored as the capital letters, so that when you are giving in the name, okay, object name is equals to, then we have to provide the in the capital letters only. So if you see this is the table name, the object ID, and object type is table. When it is created, 19th March 25, same. Last DDL time also same, timestamp. So lot of information will be available in this table. Okay. So same way, suppose I want to give small letters only here, but I want to get the information. If you give the small letters, I am not getting any information. Then I can use the upper function. This is the one of the function in the Oracle. So that is upper of this name. So what it will do, it will convert the small letters to upper. So then automatically you will get the information here. Even though if you give the small letters, automatically it is converting into capital letters and you will get the information here. Okay. Same way you can have the object name also. Sorry, all underscore objects also you'll get the same information. select star from all underscore objects. This is the all underscore, db underscore objects. Here I am using the all underscore objects, where object type is equals to table and object name is like our same information. Table name I am going to use this. Okay. Here also some information will be available. Object name, table name, and object ID, table type, when it is created, timestamp, okay, status. So suppose only till here I am executing, then I'll get lot of information here. Okay. So but I don't want to all the information. I want only my information, that is whatever the table or whether it is a app schema. So that information required, then I will scrutinize like using the where class, where object type is equals to table I am giving and object name is equals to our table name I am providing. Okay. Same way you can have the one more table, that is user underscore objects. We have the one more table, that is user underscore objects. In this also there is a lot of information. Here also if you want to provide, you can give our table name. Okay. There is a, in each table there will be some different options will be available. In all underscore objects some information will be available. db underscore objects some information will be available, and under user underscore objects we will have some other information here. Okay. Based on our requirement, you can choose the which table you want to search. Okay. Whatever the tables or whatever the procedures, whatever the index synonyms objects we create, all will be going to store in these three tables compulsory. Okay. db objects, all underscore objects, and user underscore objects. In these three tables, information will be stored by the Oracle. So we have the,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah, tell me.
Instead of equal,
Hmm.
put like
Yeah, that is
it
also
accept.
okay.
Okay, execute once.
Same. What is the difference means? I will tell this also one topic is there. What is the like, not like, some options will be there. So here the difference is equal means it will check for the only single. Okay. Like means, so any information, suppose I'll show you. Yeah. What is the difference between the equal and like means? So whenever I am creating the tables as a user, so, or as a developer, we have to create table names or whatever our user defined functions, procedures, everything should be start with the XX only. Okay. So normally Oracle tables will start with some names. Okay. So but whenever any developer or a user wants to create any tables or any procedures, functions, indexes, that should be start with the XX. Okay. Do remember this one. So because, so whenever any
That is
updates,
mandatory, sir.
that is mandatory. Okay. Why? Because
Okay, okay.
if you create with the
In
without,
real time scenario also.
in the real time scenario also I'm telling. Okay. So
Okay,
because
okay.
suppose if you create a table
Okay.
name without the XX, Oracle will consider that is their table. Okay. So whenever you are creating the table name without the XX means Oracle will consider as a that is a Oracle table. So while updating Oracle database means Oracle software or any patches applying, that time these tables will be replaced by the Oracle. There all the tables will be replaced by the Oracle. So if you consider, if you are creating with the starting with the XX, that Oracle will consider that is the user tables. Okay, so then it won't touch these tables. Not only tables, packages. What are the packages? What are the functions you will create with the name starting with the XX? Okay. After XX, you can give based on your company requirement. You can give some other names also, but it should start with the XX table name. All the table names or all the functions. It should start with the XX. After that, some schema name or company to company, some specific names you have to provide. After that, required names you have to provide. Otherwise, what will happen is whenever any Oracle updates run or Oracle package patches update done, then that time it will become issue. Okay. So Oracle will think XX is there means that is a user defined functions or user defined tables. So it won't touch them. So in that way, our tables and our data will be there. But if you are not giving the XX, so it will consider as a that is Oracle seeded table or Oracle table. So it will sometimes it may remove or sometimes it may change the data. Due to that, every time you have to follow this process, that is starting with the XX. Name should be start with the XX. So that is the reason I am here when I am creating the table also. I am taking the XX underscore after that our required table name. So that is student details. Okay. Maybe previously I created all these tables, so that I am giving again underscore 19. So today date, so that it will create the unique name. So same way if you check with the like, equal means it will consider for the only one name or one number, anything. But like means whatever the name starting with, suppose XX percentage I'm giving. So all the tables which are starting with the XX, it is going to display here. But when I'm giving object name equals to, so if I give like this, object name equals to XX percentage, it won't accept. So when you are giving the equal to operator means exact name you have to provide. Okay. So that is exact name table name we have to provide here. And this should be also in the capital letters. So then only it is displaying. But suppose as you asked, if I use like, then it is working. But along with the like, suppose if I type only up to here only. So I don't know the complete table name, then I can use this like. When you will use the like means, suppose you know the only starting of the name of the table or in between the table name only, or some portion of the table name you remember, but complete table name you are not aware. So then in that scenarios you can use this object name like and percentage. You see that XX underscore student percentage I am giving with that name starting with this XX underscore student. We have these many tables. XX student underscore 17, XX students underscore 28, and this is our recent table XX student details 19. Okay, so like this you can use this like operator. So all these will be in the some next classes. All the topics will be covered like this. What is the like? How to use this like operator? Okay, what is this equal operator? This will come under the operators topic. Okay, your doubt is cleared?
Yeah, clear.
Same way. So previously I have explained this objects. So means whatever the tables, anything will create, all will be stored in this DB objects, all underscore objects, user underscore objects. But if I